Welcome to This Explainer, everyone. Whether you're a university student tuning in from your dorm or watching from somewhere else entirely, we're so glad you're here. Today, we're jumping right into something that literally affects every single one of us. I mean, right down to the phone you're holding or the coffee you grabbed this morning. We're pulling back the curtain on how our daily habits are inextricably linked to the global climate. You know, we often think of global systems as these massive, untouchable machines, right? But by the end of our time together today, I want you to see exactly where your personal power lies within all of that.
Okay, let's dive into this. Every choice shapes our future. When we hear conversations about climate change, it's so easy to just kind of tune it out, right? To think of it as abstract weather patterns or some distant problem for the year 2050. But honestly, that's missing the point entirely. This explainer is fundamentally about the direct, undeniable link between these massive global systems and our individual, everyday lives. Because your choices actually matter. And today, we're going to look at the exact mechanics of why that is.
Section 1. The warning. Happening now.
To understand our own individual impact, we really have to zoom out and look at the big picture first. And that big picture? It's that global warming is not just some distant threat or a projection for tomorrow. It's happening now. It's our reality today. It's fundamentally altering our planet as we speak. Rising temperatures are driving extreme weather that's actively devastating communities all over the world. We're talking about extreme heat waves, raging wildfires, devastating floods, crippling droughts, and melting glaciers. These aren't just isolated events you scroll past on the news. They're very real symptoms of a planet under immense stress. It's a serious, absolutely urgent situation, and acknowledging that it's happening right now is step one.
Section 2. Globalization. Our connected impact.
So, you might be wondering, why is this happening at such an accelerated rate? Well, the answer is kind of a double-edged sword: globalization. Now, what's really interesting here is how globalization, which includes increased production, global trade, and vast transportation networks, has given us incredible convenience. It's connected us through this massive web of factories, shipping lanes, airplanes, and a constant stream of delivery trucks dropping online purchases right at our doors. But here's the catch. This very system that connects us is entirely fueled by massive energy use, amplifying our greenhouse gas emissions and our shared environmental footprint. Just to put that into perspective, did you know that international shipping alone accounts for roughly 3% of global greenhouse gas emissions? That's wild. So the everyday convenience we enjoy is actively inflating our shared planetary footprint.
As the saying goes, globalization connects us, but also connects our environmental impact. In our hyper-connected world, there's really no such thing as a purely local action anymore. When you order a package online or pick up a fast fashion t-shirt, your local consumption carries a very real, measurable global cost. Since our economies are linked, our environmental impact is linked too. Section 3. The journey of everything. Let's zoom in a bit, going from those massive global shipping lanes straight to the everyday items sitting right there on your desk. Think about the clothes you're wearing right now, or maybe the smartphone in your pocket. To give you a sense of scale, manufacturing just one single smartphone requires mining over 70 pounds of raw rock and burns through thousands of gallons of water. It's unbelievable, right? Every product has a journey. Everything we buy, absolutely everything, leaves a complex trail behind it long before it ever reaches our hands. It's so easy to just see a finished product in a store or a shiny package on the porch, but that item has a history. It has a global footprint stamped onto the planet well before you ever clicked purchase.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what that trail looks like: the 5-step journey of everything. Step 1. Extracting raw materials from the earth. Step 2. Heavy manufacturing in factories. Step 3. Global transport via ships and trucks. Step 4. Our actual consumption. And finally, Step 5. Waste. I want you to really look at this life cycle. Every single stage along this path extracts a heavy toll on the planet. Energy is burned, water is used, and emissions are released at literally every single one of those 5 steps.
Section 4. Beyond the weather.
So now that we see the continuous cycle of manufacturing and consumption driving this massive machine, let's pivot back to the real-world consequences. Take a look at the true cost of climate change. Notice how every single point here begins with the word our water, our food, our health, our nature, our communities, our future. This grounds the stakes of this entire explainer, because climate change affects so much more than just the weather outside your window. The true cost of our globalized footprint threatens our water through severe scarcity and polluted rivers. It threatens our food security through droughts and floods that disrupt agriculture.
It threatens nature through devastating biodiversity loss. Ultimately, it threatens our health, our communities, and our shared future. That is the heavy, heavy cost of that 5-step product journey.
So what does this all mean? It brings us to the most crucial question of our time. How do we balance progress with our planet's survival? I mean, we can't just uninvent global trade, right? And we certainly shouldn't have to give up thriving economies. So how on earth do we move forward? Well, this is where we shift gears. We've seen the urgent reality, but now it's time to look at the analytical, empowering solutions that we can actually deploy.
Section 5. People, planet, and profit.
The answer to that big question lies in a specific guiding philosophy, the pillars of sustainability. It's a framework that helps us rethink and rebuild those global systems we were just analyzing. So the crucial point is that true sustainability requires a delicate, intentional balance between 3 interconnected circles: people, planet, and profit. First up, people. We absolutely must protect our communities, our health, and human well-being. Second, planet. We have to actively safeguard biodiversity, conserve water, and protect our natural resources. And third, profit. We still need to ensure balanced, equitable economic development. A sustainable future sits right there in the center of these 3 pillars. You can't sacrifice the planet for profit, and you can't ignore economic realities while trying to save the Earth. They have to work together.
Section 6. Small actions, collective impact.
So as university students, how do you actually apply that people, planet, profit framework in your day-to-day life? Well, here is your toolkit of actionable steps. Conserve water and save energy in your dorms. Ditch the single-use plastic cups at campus dining and rigorously recycle. Use reusable products. Take public transport instead of driving. Protect nature in your local communities. And honestly, perhaps most importantly, start conversations. Talk about this with your peers. These aren't just polite suggestions. These are specific, concrete disruptions to that massive cycle of waste we looked at earlier.
Small actions, collective impact. Now you might look at that list and think, okay, but I'm just one person. What difference does my reusable coffee cup actually make against global shipping lanes? But you guys, that is the magic of collective impact. While climate change is a severe and urgent threat, positive change is absolutely possible. When you take those small daily actions and multiply them across thousands or even millions of university students worldwide, you literally reshape entire markets and global systems.
Let's move to this next idea and see how it builds on everything we've talked about. Every choice leaves a footprint. Every action counts. This is the core motif of this explainer. Your choices are your leverage. The way you consume, the way you travel, the way you advocate, that's how you exert your immense individual power on the global stage.
Learn, think, act, inspire. This is the blueprint for a sustainable future. Learn about the systems around you. Think critically about your own place within globalization's footprint. Act on the choices you make every single day, and inspire those around you to do the exact same thing. I challenge you to take what we've unpacked here today and become vocal leaders in your own communities. Because here are your next steps. Scan the QR code, share your thoughts, and take the Climate Action Pledge. Change starts with us, and our future starts today. So I want you to pull out your phones right now. Scan that QR code, share what you thought about what we've discussed, and take the pledge. We've seen the data, we understand how these systems are connected, and now it's time to act. Ask yourself, what will your footprint look like tomorrow? Thank you so much for watching. Keep asking the big questions, and I will catch you in the next explainer.